nice person that I was actually able to sell my parents on like the legitimacy of like people going at tournaments being cool people because of this dude. Wait, is this real?
Yeah, it's real. We're
Wow,
going straight
what a
into
hot
it.
start, dude. No hand warmers?
Coming back from that story right into some high quality melee. We got MilkMan and Zain, who you just saw not too long ago, putting in serious work versus two more of New York. So they're going the New York Gauntlet right now, facing G Money and iBDW now.
Yeah, of course. G Money, as somebody who also plays Marth, he has a bit of I'd say dual knowledge. It's always interesting when you see somebody who plays a matchup from two sides play that matchup, even in these little teams increments.
Great attempt there to save Zain, but it cost MilkMan his life. And he was able to do that so often and with such consistency in the last set. And G Money is just like, nope, I'm not gonna allow that. iBDW says, nope, we ain't allowing that.
Zain's not been able to put together any real major, those in Zain plays that everybody talks about.
Yeah.
He's kind of just been getting damaged and then killed.
They're not letting him stand back and observe either, at all, which he normally is able to get those really, really great plays, edge guards, finishes, all that stuff from just kind of like coming in, disturbing, causing a little bit of chaos, taking somebody off the stage or smashing them off the stage and then finishing up. He hasn't been able to do that. This is the first chance, this last 30 seconds or so, that we've seen him get to actually edge guard somebody and kind of sit and observe for a moment. Yeah,
and it feels like he's just now able to play on stock 3 at high percent.
Yeah.
And that will be stock.
He's on his last leg now.
Yeah. I mean, as a team, they still have, they have 3 stocks to work with as a team, so they're really down by half as a whole. Of course, this being a team, game, your stocks sort of count together.
Any way you slice the pie, it's going to be 8 slices per team. It's something that Wife used to say back in the day, if you remember Wife.
Yeah, shout out to Wife. It's actually crazy to say, too old school for some of you who are
one
playing
of the
now.
original commentator goats.
Yeah, the husband and wife duo was pretty legendary. Still is. And
they made this conscious effort to slow down this match, and I don't think that necessarily benefits them because MilkMan was doing his best work in that last set when he was just running all over the place.
Yeah, and you know what? I would say that I was actually just thinking about saying is that they obviously slowed down the pace, as you could see, but it didn't feel like they were benefiting from slowing down the pace either. They were just losing slower than they were at the start.
I 100% agree. iBDW and G Money did a great job of just being like, okay, you guys want to do that? We'll hang back and we'll play that game as well.
Yeah, and you can see some intense communication happening. Well, not between them. G Money's like, I was just kicking.
G Money hit him with the Italian hand gestures.
Yeah, the Italian. He's like, what are you doing here?
Fettuccine hands.
Yeah. They're probably asking him what they ban. And this is, is this winter semis? Are there bans in winter semis? I don't know what they're doing here. I don't know if winter semis and of course most of top 8 is best of 5, or if they're going to do best of 5 and finals only, but we're going to find out.
They're playing all of doubles to completion tonight, guys, so keep it locked on VGBC. We're going all the way to the end with you.
Yeah, if you're a fan of dubs, then you might want to stay locked, stay tuned. You're going to see some great team sets coming through.
More than you already have, which we've had some bangers so far.
Yeah, speaking of dubs, iBD dubs kind of got kicked just a few seconds ago.
Yeah, Zain lost his stock relatively low percent there as well, so already an interesting match 30 seconds in.
Yeah, that was some trust right there, going so far overextending to try to secure that edge guard, trusting that his opponent would have his back, or his partner would have his back.
Sometimes your opponent has your back too.
Yeah, they just don't know
It's just on accident.
Yeah, they accidentally hit you and they're like, save you, and you're like, thanks buddy, and they'll die.
MilkMan losing his first stock. He was the last to fall on his first life. He kills his teammate immediately. That's so brutal. Ooh.
Whoa.
Patience pays off. iBDW has no choice but to just smile and nod at that one.
Yeah, that was a turnaround that the blue team kind of desperately needed.
Yeah, to get back in it, basically.
iBDW and G Money have this crazy team read on Zain. They know how to keep him locked in a box.
I really like the decision there by Zain to jab on the platform. He just didn't. He waited a little too long to go back and got the up smash, but I really like the jab coming down off there. You're not gonna get him with anything else.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is like so far, every time I've seen Zain like win a neutral exchange against a member of the red team, he ends up like eating percent for it because it's just like they've got him scouted out. Either iBDW or G-Money, they tend to be close enough to their teammate that. Wait a minute, this is opportunity.
This is a much closer game as well. Zain with the grab!
And there's
Nice
those big
counter.
plays that he seriously needed.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Wow, and that shield has been
They broke
cracked.
G's shield. They weren't able to get anything off of that shield break, but everything before that was so impactful. Zain with an awesome counter. He upbeats his teammate, but he doesn't get the reverse hitbox. Saves him. Oh, this matters so much.
Ooh, we got a one-on-one game. Only 40%. That's
I think MilkMan has this. This should be something he can do here with this percentage. But iBDW, all he needs is one really solid throw, or a shine, or down air, and he can get right back in this. He really needed some follow-up there.
that's gonna take it.
MilkMan,
Oh, and then
invisible shining.
invisible shine flex at the end.
Yeah, he is a flexer.
All right, so I guess this sort of I don't know what he was. I think that was a sword swinging gesture that Zain just did there.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was.
I've got to swing my sword
It's either
more.
that or it was like I need to go fishing. I need to go fishing.
After
for some
this,
more
we're going
things.
fishing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That something about the way he did that motion just, it's cracked me up.
Next weekend, we're going fishing. We should do like a bad lip reading melee edition.
We really should. All right, so they're discussing things again. Communication is key, and they've decided to go to Dreamland for game number 3.
Yeah, I definitely think that takes a lot of wind out of the sails of Zain, who didn't have an amazing game last game, and you're just going to take him to a stage where is even worse for him than that one.
I mean, on one hand, it did seem like he was kind of crowded a bit.
Yeah, that's probably what I would contribute to his lack of success in the last game the
And
most.
what do you know? With some room, he all of a sudden managed to bring out one of those clutch plays that he's kind of known for these days.
You're probably absolutely on the right track with your train of thought there. Because as he was allowed to just sit back and observe for the first time in this match, he was able to clean that up.
And wow, I feel like G-Money could have gotten more off of that.
This is big. Yes, that's exactly what I suspected.
Wow, blue team with some serious momentum, perhaps for their very first time in the set.
Yeah, definitely. I would say that they clawed their way back from that performance in the first game.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. By no means did it seem like they were, on the verge of taking this to game 3 at all.
And we're not. Yeah, this is winner's semis. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a best of 3 in doubles.
Yeah, I think that winner's finals is going to be.
This is top 8. Top 8 is going to be a best of 5. Thank you to my man Vince.
Yeah, I thought so.
Honest.
Yeah, shout out to Vince. The god literally talks to me. That or we're both insane.
Always lets me know when I make a mistake.
Yeah.
And it helps me correct myself.
Sometimes when I need to make a choice, I pray to Vince. He doesn't answer a lot, but that's
whether I
okay.
have the headset on or not.
This is actually an unbelievably tight battle right now.
Yeah, they slowed it down now, and now it's like they're implementing their game when they slow it down, unlike that first game where they made that decision. It's very, very even. The next stock is going to matter. The next kill is going to matter a ton in terms of the momentum of the game. Very surprised G-Money was able to survive that up smash, but there's no way he's surviving that bear, even from the front at that percent.
Yeah, and still keeping it relatively even. Oh, the multi-shines from G.
Yeah, that was big. G-Money hanging back there and letting Fox get up smash was not an amazing play. You kind of lost a lot of that momentum that you fought so hard for on the stock before.
Zain went for sort of like a 2-for-1 edge guard and got 0.
He was like, I'm going to edge guard everyone. And sometimes when you try to edge guard everyone, you ain't going to edge guard anyone.
Yeah, a bit too ambitious. good job covering his teammate right there for Zain, allowing him to recover to the stage.
Even if you can't really threaten, I mean, Marth obviously has so much reach and control that he's always a threat when he's standing on the ledge, but even if you're a character who can't really do that, simply just going over to that ledge and standing there while your teammate recovers is huge.
Yeah.
It will deter a lot of people from approaching you.
Yeah, this is an interesting situation because Zane's sort of forced to be the aggressor right now. But I don't, like, obviously, you know, Marth is a better support character, Fox is a better, you know, point character.
They had to prioritize keeping that stock lead, but now that he doesn't have it, MilkMan has to play a little balls to the wall to try to make up this deficit.
Yeah, the way I see it, they're probably going to be able to take this stock.
Clutch and air there from Zain. But MilkMan's already at 60. I mean, he literally just respawned, so.
Yeah, that's bad news bears. iBDW racking up some percent, you know, against him. He doesn't really want to take that quick 51.
They're keeping them very separated now. iBDW and G are doing a super good job of keeping these guys apart. And that big stage just allowed them to slice them right down the middle. Now Zain has a very hard fight ahead of him. Not the character I want to be in a 2v1.
No, I'd much rather be Fox McCloud.
Ooh, whoa, that was tough.
Ugh.
That was tough. One sound effect came out of my left earphone and the other came out of my right, and I felt like I was getting hit by that move.
I actually feel a little dizzy after that.
Coming up for the 2-1, iBDW and G Money. This is a best of 5, the first best of 5 set of our top 8 here.
Yeah, so, you know, like, what's interesting is with the little bit of, I'd say, extra room, I think that Zain was able to do a little bit better in spots, but coincidentally, MilkMan did a little worse. Just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
But you did see those situations where Zain was able to make the plays he needed. But you still had these situations where it seemed almost like a planned ambush. Like they would play these semi 2v or semi one-on-ones, and then boom, they would just ignore. Not even hit him away. Sometimes they would just straight up ignore MilkMan for half a second and put like 50–60% on Zain.
Yeah, sometimes knowing when to disengage, even in the middle of just straight up fighting your target, is very, very important.
Yeah, and I think that just comes from like synergy, right? And practicing a lot with the same teammate.
Or just being very, very good at doubles.
Yeah.
Just being able to track mentally where your target is at and also where your partner is at and his target. Being able to keep up with so many dots while you're actively playing and punishing and trying to predict and read is a big thing. It's a big thing to ask of someone, but there are people who have that skill set of just being doubles of gods, like G Money.
Yeah, shout out to G Money the God. Wow, and that was a situation where, like, sometimes things look like they're going to go one way and they go the complete opposite. It actually looked like the red team was kind of crowding the blue team and they might pull ahead. And then, lo and behold, double kill from the blue team.
They're still within spitting distance of a lead here, but they've got to get rid of MilkMan.
Yeah, iBDW
ASAP.
Like a quick 70.
Yeah, you're letting MilkMan get a ton of mileage out of this last little bit.
Yeah, and pretty even game, but right now iBDW is kind of at not at kill percent, but danger percent, I would say.
Yeah, Zain and MilkMan did a great job of using the top of the mountain there to get a lot of percent really quickly as well.
Yeah, true. This game's evening up.
That was devastating by iBDW. Great triple up air there.
KO'd him into the magnifying glass. Goes after him, even though he could barely see where he was. He just knows, if I throw this hitbox out, we're winning. And good DI actually coming through from iBDW. Living into percentages you don't always see a Fox live to 196 and counting.
Yeah, on this stage especially, right?
Yeah, like Fox on a low ceiling stage, living to 200. That's unheard of. That's the kind of stock you want every time, you know, if you're a Fox player.
Very, very tight game here.
Yeah.
Zain and MilkMan want it, and they need it if they're going to stay in this.
Yeah, their winner's side back is against the wall, right? So.
And if you go into losers this late in the tournament, you know your next set is going to be in a while from now, and it's going to be 2 killers that you're going up against.
Exactly. So a lot of times as the tournament moves on, and this is true in singles, but doubles require so much mental energy because you got to track so many more things happening at once.
Our first, ooh, dang, that was detrimental.
Yeah, that's.
He was right on the ledge there. He thought he got the whatever it's called, no impact landing, I guess. It wasn't enough to undo the special fall.
Zain committing super hard to that forward smash.
Yeah, iBDW is going to take advantage, but he does get back by going from the ledge up. Not going to survive that.
I like that side B into escape from MilkMan. He's like, no, we are not doing this 2v1. That's not happening.
I love that Zain just decided, like, yeah, I'm about to go in. I'm just going to take my invincibility, and I'm going on the other side of the tree. I don't care if you're going to stall on the other side. I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah, he definitely, wait a minute.
Ooh,
stalling. He needs somebody to save him. It's not going to happen.
He can't.
Yeah, Marth not built like that. Quite literally not built like that.
This is so tough for Zain. This is
and that Shine's gonna do
not gonna be able to come back from that one.
iBDW a G money, moving on into the money. Guaranteed at least 3rd place right now.